All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the debut episode of Hog Life with Big C. I am your host, Big C. This is it's taken a long time to get this going. I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel, and it was going to be a fishing YouTube channel, but unfortunately I live somewhere that's very cold, and let's just say the fish aren't biting yet, and it's just been terrible. And trying to make a YouTube channel about fishing where you're not catching any fish sort of defeats the purpose. So I've been wanting to do content creation for a long time, so I thought I'd start with beer reviews, because what's better than fishing than drinking some beer? So I thought I would start out locally with some brews from Boulevard. These are their barrel-aged series. Boulevard's a company here in the Kansas, Missouri metro. It's the biggest one. They do really nice like summer beers, in my opinion. Like summer, I think they have like the Boulevard Wheat's just like a summer shandy version, and they have like Ginger Radler, which is really good, and they have a lime beer that's really good. So they have some nice like summer brews. But I think the problem I kind of have with them is that they become so big here locally that instead of maybe getting like a Killian's or something, like they have like their version of it, you know what I mean? And they just have everything on tap. There would be like 20 Boulevard beers on tap, so instead of getting something like imported or something that's more, from another state, they'll just have like a Boulevard version of it, which is nice because it stays in KC, but you sort of lose out on that variety sometimes. But nevertheless, they still make good beer. And I actually, when I was looking at these stouts, I didn't realize these are heavy in content, like alcohol by volume, like Jesus Christ. One of these is 11.8, 13.2, and 12.2. So they're going to be pretty heavy, but I do like dark beer. I don't know if this is going to be like motor oil or like sludge, but let's start with our first beer here. Which is the one I was going to try to do first here. With the quad. Okay, yeah, that was the one. I'm going to try to go in order of ones I think I'd like least to most. Like, try to save for the main event. So we're going to start with the Bourbon Barrel Quad. Barrel aged. This is okay, so this is part of the Holiday Bourbon Barrel series. I've got my my report here, my Ernie the Pig report. Rest in peace, Ernie the Pig. He'll forever be missed. This is this is my first ever YouTube video, so Jesus Christ, we're starting at the bottom of the mountain, so the setup's not great. The editing will probably suck as I see the thing has slid over. Amazing. What a start. Awesome. Oh, we're still good. All right. Okay. Just gotta be sure. My camera has a slide over. As I was previously stating, it's my first ever YouTube video, so it's probably gonna suck. But the editing is going to be crap, and I don't have some sexy background, but you got to start from somewhere. But so this is the barrel barrel-aged quad. Let's see, and it says it's inspired by the sixth glass, whatever that means. The Abbey style quadruple ages in oak bourbon barrels for up to 3 years with hints of cherry, toffee, and vanilla. Okay, sounds good. It's a decent flavored packed treat with a touch of barrel aged magic. Blah blah blah. Holiday special. That sounds better than I thought. So let's go ahead and crack into this bad boy here. World's shittiest fucking. Okay, it works. Oh yeah, this is the virginity popping beer for the channel. Oh man, I can smell that from here. Alright, let's see how dark this is. Okay. It's not as dark as I thought. It has more of an amber color. I thought these were just going to be like straight, like motor sludge. Like, so, alright. Okay, so it has a whiskey smell to it, which is interesting. Cause, I mean, I guess it says it was whiskey barrel, or that's the other one. So this is the Bourbon Barrel Quad Barrel Aged. Well, what a name. 12.2 alcohol by volume. So, first one, down the hatch. Oh man, dude, that's like... It tastes like whiskey. Like, this is the issue I have with these beers that are like whiskey barrel. It you know, it's beer, right? Like, you know, at what point are we trying to do too much with this? I mean, like all I taste is whiskey, and not like good whiskey either. I mean, yeah, this is probably like a 5-6. So not really good in my opinion. I might not like any of these. So it is what it is. But I mean, it's almost like these damn things are almost like closer to being like a liqueur or something like that. Like, I mean, I just don't know like the time and the place. Like, I like a good dark beer, you know, maybe like a vanilla porter or something, and it has its place, you know. You don't drink like 6 or 7 of those. You don't get smashed off those, right? You drink one of them, you enjoy the taste, maybe with a good steak or something. But like this, like I don't know, like when the time and the place is. You know, you maybe drink beers like this, but I thought we'd give them a try. So. Yeah, that beer sucked. So, let's go on to the next beer. This is called Rye on Rye. Now, I've had a rye beer before that was pretty good. So I have high hopes for this one. This is called Rye on Rye Barrel-Aged Rye Ale. What a tongue twister. Boulevard. And back to our Under the Pig beer report. It says the Brawny Tawny Ale is savory celebration of spicy rye malt and rye whiskey. Compliments of extended aging and freshly emptied rye barrels. Rye on Rye pours a deep amber and invokes notes of charred oak, vanilla, and finishes with a boozy. It says it finishes with a boozy and sweet. That's what it says. So, 13.2 alcohol by volume. I don't know. I have hopes because most of the rye stuff I like, but I'm curious to see the color of this. Same color. Exact same color. Amber. I think it said it had an amber finish, right? Let's see what this smells like. Oh god, that smell! It just smells like straight whiskey. Which I know it's these are whiskey aged, but I don't know. All right. That's not isn't good. That's it. Literally tastes like you're chugging whiskey. Oh, fuck. Like I said, I was just trying to give this shit a try. And I do like dark beers, but these aren't dark. These are just, whoa, man. That was, I don't even want to taste that again. That was worse, actually. Like, that, yeah. I mean, hey, you know, some people out there are going to love this shit, so, you know, whatever gets you there, but, man, these are terrible. I think they're just too heavy, but we'll move on. Look, I'm gonna try to do a couple videos a week, maybe at least start with 2. I've got some good shit in the fridge, but I thought I would try these. They looked interesting, and I'm thinking they're just not, you know, my cup of tea. So, it is what it is. Maybe someone out there is like, well, good for you to drink this, but these taste like crap. Like, this is like, when it's whiskey, barrel, quad oak, it's like, dude, it's a fucking beer. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? It's supposed to be a beer, not whiskey. Don't get me wrong, I love some whiskey. I got some whiskey over there, but like, I don't want it to taste like my beer is mixed with whiskey, and that's what they're kind of doing here. I think if you're like a whiskey addict, maybe this is for you, but like, I don't know when like you would drink this. Like each of these, like, I feel like you would have to share with like your friend or something, or like get your brothers over and I guess, you know, split these in some glasses. But other than that, like, I don't know like when the time and place to drink this shit is. So we'll go to our last one, Whiskey Barrel Stout. So this one is, it's an Imperial Stout, 11.8. This is the one that I thought I would like the most, but I don't know. It says vanilla, espresso, whiskey, chocolate. I mean, that's all the stuff I'm looking for in a dark beer. So, see, listen to this. Roughly, on our beer report, 1/3 of the final blend is freshly brewed beer. The rest is aged up to more than a year, and boasts the first and second use of whiskey cask. So like, part of the beer is like fresh, and then the other part's aged for a year. So like, so after it's aged for a year, so what? Then they brew and then dump the fresh part in with it or something. So it's just It's very confusing. So like part of the beer is like fresh and new, and the other part's been aged. Like you're just doing too much. But like I said, I love dark beers. I love Breckenridge Vanilla Porter. So here we go. I might actually have hope for this one because it's darker. That's kind of these two. And this smells better too. Watch me hate this one the worst. Okay. So this is the Whiskey Barrel Stout. Barrel-Aged Imperial Stout by Boulevard. And I'll mention again, these are by Boulevard Brewing. So, check them out. They do, like I said, they do a lot of good summer, barbecue beers you take to the lake. A lot of lighter drinking beers, but they do stuff like this too. And I thought we'd give it a try. So, Whiskey Barrel Stout, here we go. Okay, so this, I don't remember what I gave this rating. I said this was a 5.6. This was worse. So this is like a 5.2. I mean, this isn't really that good. It's still just like, it's more closer to whiskey than beer is the problem. I still don't. I mean, I guess we'll give this a 6. I mean, this was like, it is just gross. Like fuck all these. Like, these are gross. But it is what it is. So, this is my first video. So, I hope you liked the video. Like, subscribe. I'm gonna try to get some more content out. Like I said, I'm gonna try to do a couple videos a week. And hey, if you got a beer to recommend, let me know. I'll try it if I can find it. If I get enough users where I can get some beer sent to me, then that would be cool. And so I'm your host, Colin, aka Big C, and thank you for watching my first ever YouTube video. And always remember to squeal.